10. United Kingdom. Anyone wanting to work in the UK as a nurse must register with the Nursing and Midwifery Council. Nurses trained outside the UK and EEA can apply to be on the Nursing and Midwifery Council register, providing they meet its standards. The Nursing and Midwifery Council will compare the training in your country with that required in the UK. Registration with the NMC does not provide the right to work in the UK. Nurses trained outside of the UK must also meet the English language standards set by the NMC. Nurse salaries in United Kingdom range between £1,400 sterling per month to £32,100 per month, and the median salary is £1,725 sterling per month. 9. New Zealand. New Zealand is located in the Pacific Ocean, comprised of 2 islands, and is the neighbour of Australia. It is already a hugely popular destination for English-speaking immigrants, especially in the healthcare sector, where nurses can also earn sizable salaries. The country operates a mixed public-private healthcare system that is regularly ranked as one of the best in the world. Salaries in New Zealand are generally impressive, reflecting the high quality of life there, and those who possess skills in key industries can do very well. Nurse salaries in New Zealand range between $3,000 New Zealand dollars per month to $3,760 New Zealand dollars per month, and the median salary is $3,380 New Zealand dollars per month. 8. Germany. Since Germany requires a large number of nurses and private caregivers, the chances of employment as a nurse is high, compared to other countries. However, anyone wishing to work as a nurse in Germany needs to speak the language. Applications for the recognition of professional qualifications need to be submitted to the competent authority of the German land in which you intend to work. If your application is granted, you are entitled to work across the whole country, irrespective of the land in which your application has been granted. Nurse salaries in Germany range between €1,500 per month to €5,167 per month, and the median salary is €2,550 per month. 7. Canada. Canada is well known for its generous universal healthcare system, something that isn't as well known as the fact that they compensate their nurses extremely well. Canadian nurses have some of the best salaries in the world, depending on their experience and specialization. As the Canadian Nurses Association is predicting a continued shortage of nurses in the future, nursing jobs in the country are more plentiful than ever. You will need to obtain a work visa if you are not a permanent resident, and internationally educated nurses can apply to work temporarily in Canada. Temporary residency for foreign-trained nurses may be achieved if the applicant secures a valid job offer, and subsequently, a work permit. To begin this process, an applicant with a nursing degree from outside Canada must have their educational credentials assessed. Nurse salaries in Canada range between $3,333 Canadian dollars per month to $6,667 Canadian dollars per month, and the median salary is $4,042 Canadian dollars per month. 6. Australia. Joining its southern hemisphere neighbour, New Zealand, in the top 10, Australia is the perfect location for those looking to combine a well-paid career opportunity with a sunnier and more laid-back lifestyle. A large appeal is the national language is English, and there is no language barrier. There are numerous international agencies that work with hospitals in Australia. With many thriving, modern, and cosmopolitan cities to choose from, and some of the world's most outstanding natural landmarks on the doorstep, it's no surprise that Australia is such a popular destination for nurses. Despite its enormous geographic scope, Australia is relatively sparse in terms of population, therefore, skilled workers are nearly always welcome from abroad. To work as a nurse in Australia, you must register with the Nursing and Midwifery Board of Australia, meet the registration standards, and complete a skills assessment test. Nurse salaries in Australia range between $4,000 per month to $6,667 per month, and the median salary is $5,000 per month. 5. Switzerland. In Switzerland, the Swiss Red Cross oversees all credentials for foreign nurses. While there is a considerable shortage of nurses in Switzerland, a requirement for all applicants is, they must fluently speak one of the national languages, Italian, French, and/or German, and there is absolutely no exception to this. While some hospitals in Switzerland will state that English is acceptable for employment in the hospital, it is not acceptable to the governing board. The evaluation of credentials in hopes of gaining certification can take several months to occur, and all applicants must pass an examination in one of the three aforementioned languages, depending on the part of Switzerland for employment. Additionally, all nurses are required to take additional courses towards a 6-month apprenticeship. This is a paid position, but lower than the typical nurse's salary. It's also worth considering that the cost of living in Switzerland is notoriously high. Nurse salaries in Switzerland range between 3,000 Swiss francs per month to 4,333 Swiss francs per month, and the median salary is 3,667 Swiss francs per month. 4. Ireland. In Ireland, nurses are in high demand because of their ability to complete many primary care services. While Ireland's health care system is modern and reasonably efficient, there is no doubt that change is needed to improve patient facilities, reduce waiting lists, and develop better working conditions for medical staff, especially nurses. Nurses who wish to practice in Ireland must be registered with the Nursing and Midwifery Board of Ireland. The board stresses to nurses to not move to Ireland until a decision regarding credentialing has been finalized. It is also important not to apply for a job position or inquire about a position before obtaining certification from the board. In order to qualify, interest applicants must complete an online information packet, background check, biometrics, and English proficiency examination. This is required whether or not you are a native English speaker. In order to work in Ireland, an employment visa is a requirement, and nurses can choose to work in the government-funded public sector, or attempt to earn even more in the country's burgeoning private sector. The nurse salaries in Ireland range between €1,900 per month to €8,000 per month, and the median salary is €3,625 per month. 3. Norway. Norway is famous for its socially progressive attitude and high quality of living. Inevitably, an efficient and well-performing healthcare system is one of the more noticeable effects of this combination. On your days off, you'll also have access to some of the most beautiful natural sceneries in the world, making it the perfect place to recharge your batteries when work becomes too stressful. According to Statistics Norway, the average life expectancy of individuals in Norway is steadily rising, and there will be a need for 95,000 to 135,000 additional healthcare workers over the next decade in Norway. In order to apply for application, you must apply through the Norwegian Registration Authority for Health Personnel, and submit the proper documentation. Individuals also must pass a Norwegian language examination, and the courses are taught online for foreigners. There is also a one-year training program, including enrollment fee, that most international nurses are required to take prior to obtaining licensure. Salaries in Norway range between 10,000 kroner per month to 100,000 kroner per month, and the median salary is 40,000 kroner per month. 2. United States. It's no secret that doctors in the US are very well paid. The country attracts some of the finest medical minds in the world, as well as offers some of the best medical schools. Nurses are also in on the act too, with the country's privatized healthcare system allowing many hospitals and care providers to pay their staff handsomely. The American Nurses Association has more information on how to become a licensed nurse in the U.S. Nurse salaries in United States range between $1,833 per month to $12,500 per month, and the median salary is $4,752 per month. 1. Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a tiny country in Western Europe, nestled between Belgium, Germany and France. The nation is known primarily for being a tax haven. It is also one of the smallest sovereign nations on the continent. The competition for jobs is unsurprisingly fierce, and getting a job as a nurse is extremely difficult, but if you are able to get your foot in the door, then you'll be able to reap all the benefits of living in a country that pays the highest salaries in the world. Nurse salaries in Luxembourg range between €3,000 per month to €50,000 per month, and the median salary is €26,500 per month.